Greetings everyone and welcome to another episode of First Thoughts. Today I will be doing a non-spoiler review for the latest comedy, Lockers. To give you the quick summary, it's about three parents who team together to prevent their daughters from having sex on prom night. Simple enough? So you're probably wondering, is this indeed a funny movie? Is John Cena hilarious? Is Leslie Mann great? Is the other guy, who I keep forgetting his last name because it's a little strange, is he a funny dude? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's a pretty funny movie. At least I had some laughs. So overall, I thought Leslie Mann really stole the show. I really liked the fact that she was kind of a neurotic yet fun, hip kind of mom. She has a strong connection with her daughter. Given the fact that she is a single parent, she holds a very special connection with her. So when she goes crazy and starts imagining the worst case scenario that her daughter could be doing based on other people and personal experiences, she got really invested to preventing her daughter from having sex on prom night. And I thought that was very believable in her neurotic, crazy kind of way. The other positive, which I'm really happy to see here, is John Cena. He was a goddamn hoot. The pro being that you expect John Cena, a big, intimidating dude, would play that kind of father. But you know, deep down, he's just a soft, lovable lug. Occasionally tries to hold back his tears for his now growing daughter who's gonna go off to college one day. He really has trouble trying to channel his emotions sometimes. But he's a caring father and wants his daughter to be strong, and hell, I believed it. He was a bit naive. He's not really quite into the lingo that is millennials, but he wants the best for his daughter, and I believed it. And that led to hilarity misunderstandings and a lot of wacky little gags that involve Cena boy here. And so pretty much what I'm saying is, he was hilarious. I loved a lot of the misunderstanding humor that he played off. He's just that lovable jock kind of guy. He looks like a jock, but he's actually just a sweetheart at the core. And gets pushed around quite a few times, so it's kind of funny to see such a big guy teeter-totter like that. And the other note that I kind of liked about his performance here, and I'm not too familiar with John Cena in WWE or in films, but on occasion, some of his whining kind of sounded like Bryan Cranston in Malcolm in the Middle. He just kind of had that shrilly enunciation, that wacky father who's just trying to do his best, but he's having trouble keeping everything caught up with everyone else. He's trying to catch you up. Now, what's interesting about this movie is that this is the very first comedy I've seen in a theater. So a lot of the jokes that happened, I reacted to mostly because of the people in the audience who laughed at it. And so I grew up in a time where if I heard someone laughing, that's usually my cue to laugh as well, or there was a joke and I can either join along or go, So I think that's the cool thing about watching a comedy in theaters, is like you just see different laughs coming from different parts of the theater, and it's interesting to see what kind of things that one person may laugh at, while another person might laugh at something completely different. But I guess that also leads to the awkwardness where a joke plays and no one in the theater laughs. Then you gotta ask yourself, should I be the one to break the silence, or will people judge me for that? But for the most part, people laughed at most of the jokes, so mostly good jokes. Now, like I said, I rarely see comedies in theaters, so when I'm there, my mind goes into a weird state where it's like I gotta analyze a film for being a film. Don't matter the genre, it doesn't take itself seriously like a comedy. I gotta find out what's wrong with it, and boy did I find quite a few things that are wrong with it that are not quite important, but maybe they are. I don't know. You let me know if these cons concern you. So first things first is the irregular pacing. Sometimes things roll along pretty swiftly. Other times we tend to linger on things that either I personally don't care about, or I just feel like we're dwelling on something that we've got enough of it. It's time to move on, but you guys are not really doing that. Could we please hurry this up? Or, wow, that was quick. I was kind of hoping to get a little bit more of this, a little more of that, whether it's character, comedy. No, we're just going to the next scene. Okay, I guess we are. And so to tie in into a sub-part of that complaint, I felt like the editing was a little disjointed. Like, it was very procedural with the events. We mostly followed the parents' story, but we also follow the kids' story, the daughters, their plan through the prom versus the parents who are trying to catch up to them to stop them in some weird way. And the way that was edited together, it didn't flow quite well for me. It just, we're focusing on one event here, then all of a sudden, oh no, we're in a different setting following different characters for reasons. There's like a weird subconscious part of me saying like, I didn't really get the flow of it. It just kind of heightened the pace, but sometimes we're just in a completely different setting that just didn't match the previous one in any way, shape, or form. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that part out in my head. Which leads into my next criticism. I thought the cinematography and the lighting, just the overall look of the film, pretty generic, pretty typical. There was nothing like uniquely outlandish about it. The lighting was pretty subpar. It was one of those typical suburbia, modern-looking movies. I just kind of wish there was a little bit more art in the actual filmmaking in this film to make it stand out or be a little bit more unique, not so grounded. Who knows? And lastly but not least, the CGI vomit. Oh boy, CGI vomit, people. Can't get a hose to put back here and go blah. Let's just throw in some CGI vomit, because that's not obviously CGI. So what are my thoughts overall? Hey, I had a few laughs. I laughed with the crowd. Might be a kind of film I would see maybe once a year or two. Something, it's no Tropic Thunder or 40-Year-Old Virgin, which are the only big comedies that I really loved within the last decade or two. I give it a hey, it's pretty okay. Inherently, I don't see anything really bad about it. The highlights for me is Leslie Mann, John Cena, and the jokes were pretty raunchy. I mean, it was an R-rated comedy. Not the greatest comedy I've ever seen, but it wasn't cringy like some of those Sandler films. So guys, if you've seen Blockers, let me know, what did you think about the movie? Did you enjoy the comedy? Did you not enjoy it? What were some of your favorite parts, least favorite parts? Let me know in the comment section below. Hey, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And check out some other reviews that I've done, or if you just want to watch something random on our channel, click here. As I like to normally say, to be continued.